Okay, I don't know what happened, but there was an interruption in the connection for unknown reasons. Okay, let's continue. So if we are going to go all the way up here, then that will give an idea that price can go way higher than, but it's too far away. This up candle is too far away. Hence, I want to see them come down first, and then we go up, so we can get a buy to go up there, because we need to take out a previous year high, which is either this one and that one. All right, so that is the business on this pair. Then lastly, let's go to ES, and something interesting is developing on ES. I think last Friday, when we were doing our session, I talked about how we want this month to close, because it's gonna shape what is gonna happen going into what next this year or even this quarter. During our session, I said that this week we'll be expecting them to go and attack this equal low, and then potentially go for that one as well. I still have that candle drawn there. When we finished the session, price just dumped. Sorry for my language. Price just dropped. So I'm not surprised to see that. Why? Because of how this candle was going to be what redistribution, based on the fact that we had this volume imbalance here. We also had a fair value gap. We also had this down candle here. So lots of resistance, and yeah, we had a big move to the downside. And I think whilst we were having a session, price was somewhere here, right? And I said, if you want to sell short, leave your stop loss there, and then this equal low. Now, I still think we're going to continue going down to attack this low, this one here. But what's interesting is that we've had the 3 months come back down again. So remember, at some point this candle was all the way up on the 1 hour chart. So when this pullback happened, view this candle's low and this candle's high. That's these two lines. Okay, that's these two lines. Okay, so at some point we went back above it, which was, we were trading back above this previous month low, and I said that I would like to see them come all the way back down and close below this on by the end of that week or by the end of the month, right? And then we can see that's what they've done. Right, that's what they've done. Now, it's absolutely crucial for them to stay like this for today, so that we will have the end of the month closing through this fair value gap. If we come back above this line here, then we might have a different narrative for the rest of the year and for the rest of the quarter, which is next 3 months. So today's price action is to see them close today bearish, or just like where we are. It's okay. This down candle needs to be like that. We don't want it to come back above 5588, because if we come back above 5588, then there's a likelihood that they will respect this fair value gap. Then this down candle might be reaccumulation, and then we expect them to go back up again. But that's not what I'm seeing, because they've taken out a previous year high out, which is this high here. That's a previous year high. The last time something like that happened was back in 2022. Okay, 2022. We took out 2021 high, because the last 3 months of 2021 was an up candle. We took it out, and then for the rest of the year, that was January to March, February, April to June, and then that was July to September, and then October to December price price started coming back up, right? So based on what I'm seeing, if we close like this, which is likely going to be, we might have a whole 2022 repeat itself again. Okay, now up to now, this is just speculation. Okay, this is just speculation. This is me trying to give you an idea of what price is going to do for the rest of the year, but we are going to be obviously looking at it every single week, right? But that's what I'm forecasting, because that will be the script that I'll be running with for the rest of the year. So if you see me saying I'm looking for lower prices, don't be surprised, because the narrative is actually coming from the high time frame, right? Now if you look over here, once we rejected the previous year high, we went down, took out this low, and then rejected. What candle followed that? Big down candle. Why? Because based on what I've taught you, when we went below this low, the lower time frame closed below it. The lower time frame closed below it. So we are going to go down, right? And then we went down, but this time we've actually closed. Now when price was rejecting, right, it would have been okay, because if we had rejected, the fact that we are taking out a previous year high only is enough for us to anticipate, had price rejected this low like this, we would have anticipated the next quarter, which is April, May, June, to also give us a big move, right? But the fact that we've had this means price is going to continue going down, way down. So if you have any stocks, if you have any, I'll say majorly stocks, right? There's a potential that stocks are going to go down as well, because that's what, if indices are going down, stocks will also drop. So it'd be a good advantage for anyone that want to trade stocks for the year, and then wait for October, because in October, that's when the last 3 months and the yearly candle will be closing. So the last 3 months can give you something like this. Right, so the last 3 months of the year, we will anticipate a run below the July to September low, and then reject, and then start coming back up. Because the last 3 months of the year, almost every single year is an up candle. Almost every single year. For the last, I don't know, you can go back and check it. The last 3 months of every single year is almost an up candle, right? That's 2020. That's 2023. That's 2024. That's 2020. It's 2021. That's 2021. An up candle, an up candle, an up candle, an up candle. This one. That's why I said almost. This one was a down candle. Then an up candle, 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 an up candle. So you get the gist. For the last, I just did a 15 year, okay, 15 years, and only 1 year had a down candle, which was this one, 2018. Apart from that, every single year, the last 3 months is an up candle, right? So that's a huge buying opportunity for the last 3 months. So if we can get this to drop for the year, at least the last 3 months, that's when you pile up to buy the indices or stocks. All right. So for the rest of the year, we want to see price drop. All right. So we'll be looking for this candle's low next as our target, which is here. That'll be the next row on liquidity. After this month ends, that'll be the next row on liquidity. It might give a pullback, but don't give in to that pullback. It's still gonna go down. All right, we've spent enough time over here. Let's quickly go over to the what's this? Cryptos. All right, so AI 16, we are back down, taking out this low. So the weekly has taken out this low, which is good. We've wiped out the high and the low. So looking at this up candle, I like it. I like it. There's a reason why I like it. We had a move up, or quote unquote a consolidation. Then we broke, came up, broke, came up, down. Now we are rejecting. It's very good for us to not drop again. So watch this up candle. Once we break that, price will aim for that equal high. Or this high and that high. Okay, if we break this. So that will be key for this week. If we can break this, price will first come up here above this high and then that high. So watch this up candle right here. And I like the fact that they've cleared out this low as well. So we don't have to worry once we break, because there's no need for them to come back down again. If anything, maybe something like this. So we don't have to even wait for that one. Let them come down, take out this, and then we start going up. Right? That would be the best scenario, because if they do this, it will leave still this low and that low. That still be equal low. So we don't. It's okay, because what I'm anticipating, if you can visualize it, that's a big word. If you can think about it, because the word visualization has so many people confused. One day I'll come and talk about visualization, because that's something that I spent about 3 months looking into it, just that word and how to do it. Okay, so I'll come maybe a day that we don't have much to do. I'll come and talk about visualization. But what I'm saying is, visualize here or think, right? Because I'm thinking ahead in time. This is what I'm seeing. But I want it to be like this. I want it to be like this, which is this candle low needs to be this one, the current one. Its low needs to be below that, and then we go up. Something like over here. Let me see if I can drop down to the lower time frame one. There we go. Is it? Yeah, that's it. So notice this is current price, right? Notice the same pattern, because I'm trying to, bring your awareness to something. Notice there's something similar to this. Just take few seconds to watch it properly. We start from a low, we go up, it shows willingness that is going up, and then all of a sudden move down to take out this low, and then we reject, and then we go up. When it started going up, watch this up candle. Once price broke it, price went for this high. But how does it look like on the weekly time frame? It looks like this. Okay, so that is what I was saying, visualize or think that that's what is happening right now. All right, so if you go back to the H4, where we are now is like here, but what I want to see is them to take out the low first, which is this one, so that we can end up having a candle like this rather than a candle like that one, which is it's not taking out the low, so it's just gonna be an up candle like this. Okay, so it's a good thing. I like it. So that's why when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's looking good, because it's similar, not similar, there's a pattern about it. The movement up here and down, and the movement up here and down, that pattern, that's a buy pattern. Okay, that's the buy pattern on the lower time frame. When I talk about looking for the down, 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 and then the rejection, that down, down, down on the lower time frame, this is how it's supposed to look like. So when you're looking for the buy, your lower time frame should have at least 2 or 3 movement up to the downside, movement up to the downside. Then we break and then we come up. Okay, so every down candle prior to the move up should have at least this pattern. And I've said a lot right here. I'm gonna leave it like that. So AI, if we run down, that'll be perfect, and then we break, then we look for the buy. If not, then wait for this up and then we start looking for the buy. All right, okay, let's carry on. Solana, and we still have our drawing there, right? I did not draw this today, right? I drew it the last time we watched it, and you can see it's followed the pattern to where we were, or where I drew it, right? Why? Because that's what price is supposed to be doing. So going forward, this up candle is what redistribution. I want to see one more move to the downside. It can be a consolidation type or redistribution, meaning we will continue going down. Either or is fine. Now let's go to the 3 months so you can see what's happening. So on the 3 months, we've closed below this candle's low. So next month, price can pull back, but I would prefer they take out this low first. That's the last swing low. So watch that one. Oops, I think I have a line there already. Watch for Solana, watch the 110.0 level. We want them to take that one out next month. So this week, that'll be next month. Tomorrow is next month. Okay, we want to move down to take out that low, and then we will start looking for a potential pullback. Remember, it's going to be a pullback because the 3 months has confirmed a swing. Okay, if the 3 months confirms a swing, that's a big deal. 3 months swing, big deal. Down, 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 down. 3 months swing, big deal. We can be coming down here, but that will be future. I don't think price will drop straight away. It will give you something like this. When we open a new one, it gives you a movement up first. So that movement up, that's what I'm anticipating, that they will do it when they take out this low. Then that low comes in here. So let them take it out, come back up, get a buy. Don't hold on to too much. But again, I'm here. We'll be watching it together. Same thing applies to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has taken out a 3 months high, so definitely a 3 months low will be taken. But I like the fact that Bitcoin has now left a fair value gap on the 3 months. Okay, so that means price is still bullish. It's similar to this, right? Next one opens, it goes down, takes out the low, dips into the gap, and then we resume going higher. That's what we are looking for on Bitcoin. So next month or the next 3 months, we're going to anticipate Bitcoin dropping in here and then resuming going up. It's not bearish, it's just a pullback or reaccumulation. Okay, so we had and then accumulation and one more accumulation. So I think we have one more move to the upside to come. Let me project this and see. Yeah, so it's just reacting off from the 168. So we are likely going to go back to 122k on Bitcoin, right? So we will dip in here and then we start going up again. So watch that. And then on the monthly, it looks like this. So we'll be expecting them to come back down to take out this low. Now, this high to this low. Okay, oops, it's gone missing. Okay, so they can come back to this candle's high or even touch the 618 before we go up. It doesn't have to because now the 3 months has closed. So this gap here is very, 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 very sensitive. A 3 months gap is sensitive. So they can just come take out this low and then reject and start going back up again. All right, which will give you just 2 down candles for reaccumulation and then we go back up. So watch 76,586. That's the key level to watch for Bitcoin. They will come back there and then resume going up. We will start anticipating a reversal once we come back down there. And again, you can see our drawing is still playing out. So look for continuation to the downside on Bitcoin. Same thing applies to Ethereum. We are almost there. We're going to attack this low. Okay. And I think with Ethereum, let me check the 3 months. They will likely take out this low. That one. Yep. Yep. They're going to take out this low. So look for continuation to the downside on Ethereum. 1519.14. That is where whilst Bitcoin is going for the previous month low, Ethereum will be going for this low here, and then we will see what is going to. Let me see if it's a yearly low. No, it's not a yearly low. It's okay. They will come for this. Okay. Hype. So hype is also giving the vibe of what I talked about on AI 16. So we had, this is all consolidation. Not the cleanest. Let me see if I can see it on the, yeah, it looks better on the daily. So one more run to the downside. One more run to the downside, and then a potential rejection, which is one up candle, one more down to take out this. Then we'll start looking for a rejection. So see the same pattern, right, happening here. So the down candle, then an up candle. Okay, the down candle, then an up candle. All right. So the only problem with hype is the fact that we don't have data over here. I don't have it. I don't know if there is data over there, but if there is, then maybe they might go for that low, because from the, I think, the 3 months perspective, this would be an inside candle. So the next 3 months, or tomorrow, we will open tomorrow, take out this and potentially that one before we start maybe pushing back up again. So watch that. One more run to this low. That is going to happen. That is definitely going to happen. One more run below this low. Maybe a run above previous day's high, then we make a run for this low. So if you want to trade, I think hype can give you a sell idea to come and attack this low for either today or tomorrow, and then stop, because there's a redistribution, and this will be accumulation. So they might come back up above this high, this one here, similar to what I just described on the others. XRP, again, 3 months closing as a rejection. So this low is going next month or tomorrow. As of tomorrow, this low is going to be your target. Price is going to run that, then reject, because this will give you a fair value gap. So watch out for this low as the draw on liquidity for next month. Okay, and then once you get there, you want to anticipate them rejecting. That's all. Let me go back to the 3 months. Okay, there's not enough data. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I don't know next because this up candle, down candle. I need more data. I need more data because where we are is very low. There's nothing over here, and price is not giving any apart from the fair value gap that it did give the last time which they've traded through. It's not giving anything. So we can keep going down as I mentioned, but I don't recommend selling still. Okay, the movement down. Next time I'll talk about this because it's giving me a buy vibe. All right, it's giving me a buy vibe. When I say buy vibe, based on the monthly candle, because every buying candle, right, has this type of wick because that's where the breaker is. This wick, and then you see this candle, but I don't see a clean price action on the lower time frame to confirm that. That's why I'm kind of scratching my head. This whole move back down to attack this low, that is the buy vibe, but the pattern, right, it's not clean enough. Even though they have the gap, this wick throws me off. If you really had this up candle, then yes, that looks good, but this wick is throwing me off, right? So let's see, let's give it some maybe days, but watch this first gap here. If you can trade through it, then it might be meaningful, right? The only problem with this is that wick, because the breaker, if it's this one, then we need to erase all this wick, which is manipulation, right? And then we focus on this up candle. Again, it's just personally, it's not giving me a good vibe. I can see that there is a potential buy, but the pattern is not good. If I was going to choose, I would choose the AI because the AI pattern looks great. Now, I'm not buying the pattern, but how I have internalized the buying, the AI 16 looks better. And then last one, touch key. Oops, let's remove all this drawing. Watch this gap here, but after the 3 months closes, it might not mean anything. They will come back for this low. They'll come back for this low. When the new 3 months opens, they'll come back for this low. So this gap might not mean anything. So next month, think about this. Everything that has happened up to now is done. It doesn't mean anything. A new candle is going to start. We have to focus on that candle relative to this one. And since it's an inside candle, they're going to take out this low. So this gap does not mean anything. They will likely come for this low. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I think because I'm doing a high time frame, I've taken a bit of time, but that's okay. Just focus on the high time frame narrative and you'll be fine. If you focus on the lower time frame, because we've opened a new, or we are going to open a new 3 months, you might get a hit because you are not aware that price is fractal, and whatever is happening on the big time frame is it's what is happening, not the one on the lower time frame. So here, if you focus on this gap and then you miss that we are going to open a new 3 months, you buy the gap and it will stop you out. Okay, so that's it for now. I will see you all tomorrow same time. Before we come, make sure that you are aware that there is a Australian news event. It's a rate announcement at 4:30 a.m. GMT. All right, so be alert. Okay, have fun, enjoy. Today is sunny in the UK. I'm going out to get some sun. You too. Take care.